Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, I've been really into some ocean scenes lately, and I thought I would do another one with you, or part of it, this afternoon. So, I'm not going to talk much. I'm really just going to paint more than anything else. I always say that, but if there's something I, think I want you to know or whatever that's important, I'll say it. But for the most part, I really do just want to paint with you. And let's go. So this is basically, as you can see, wet on wet, for the most part. We will now wet this section and paint around these objects. Oops, get my hand on there.
Controls 8 degrees down. Flash the wheel. Flash the wheel. taking the Nautilus down for the last time.
We understand, sir. We're with you. I don't understand. What's that got to do with us?
I'm dying. The Nautilus is dying with me. Professor, hey. In a matter of minutes, next to such as the world has never known, will destroy my island. It's forever. That is why I have brought the Nautilus here. To its last resting place. Here, at least, we will die in peace.
And we will come down here and we'll put the sand in. And that can be done in so many, different ways, but I'm choosing this. I'm just super enjoying this, these ocean scenes. I really am. It's probably because I really want to get to the ocean at some point this summer. Been way too long that I have not been to the ocean. That's probably most of it. Paper is warping. It's not the most expensive paper in the world, but it works for these type of things, and that's all that matters. We gotta get our lights and our darks. When it's dry, it will look a lot better. So now what I think I'll do, although there is a couple of other things I wanted to do here. Get a lot of light in the sand. And these days, I have been using acrylic white to do all these things. It just seems to work better, work good for me. I have, used Chinese white, and I still do use Chinese white, gouache white. What I happen to have right now is acrylic white. So that's what I'm using, which really does work just fine. Whoops, I'll put this out of your view. All right, now we're going to work on the objects that are not in wet on wet. So I actually need to get a lot of water off my palette. And we'll have a nice, I'll put my hand in there, a nice red one. Well, red striped, I got my lines off, but that's all right. I think we can salvage it. Boy, in the afternoon, my eyes are they just don't work with me very well. It's all right. We keep going anyways. We are not going to let that stop us. brush, but I wanted to get something around this darker blue around these. Okay, I think that'll work, I think. Okay. And one of the colors I use is acrylic white and acrylic yellow and Indian yellow and let's see, Indian yellow, a violet, titanium white, and lemon yellow in acrylic. And I just seem to like working with this combination for my paintings. Most of the time I'm mixing that in there, which is, pretty interesting. It works really well, I think. Seems to work out nicely. I mean, you don't have to mask out the white, which is good. And you can do that if you want, and I do in some things, but I also like to use the acrylic white just to kind of help that along a little bit. These are fun. Oops. Yep. Make sure you check out some of my other tutorials as well. There's just a lot of cool things that I've been doing with this new channel. The new channel is mainly just for watercolor, although I do, as I say, I do some acrylic in it, so there's also that as well. Just have fun. And then, as I always do, I like to add the lovely seagulls flying up there. Not too many, just a couple. And this is, of course, on the shade side. So you're going to want one side of this side, you know, that you can see is depicting the shade side. So you want to get that depiction in there. Oops, I lost I had something else on my brush there. I think I need to establish, and where I do use the acrylic as well, you have to really, really make sure you wash your brushes out really well, because I mean, you should anyway, but I don't change back and forth from acrylic to acrylic, watercolor to acrylic. I just use the same brushes. And then I just, you know, make sure that oops, got into the white there. Now we can pull some of that like this, like it's coming in, which is a good idea, actually. It's kind of, you know, you want some of the water maybe moving in as it always does. And that's it. That's it, folks. That's really all I... This was a really kind of simple one. I didn't want to get into I've done quite a few today, so I didn't really want to get too involved. I like doing the ones with the kids. And this one I just thought, let's just do one that, and we've got to let the paper flatten, of which it will. So, one other thing I see here. Where is it? Some of those a little darker than others. Because they've been walking over the sand all day long. And so there's just all kinds of footprints. And that's it. That is all I wanted to do today. I'll probably continue with these fun little ocean scenes with children or without children. I think I need to add a little bit of right, the white. I water down the white so it lasts longer, and plus it depicts more of being like watercolor. So I needed to get that kind of dried up there, so I mean dried up. It oh boy, lightened up. There we go. Okay, and now, folks, wait a minute. You know, there is one other little thing that I am going to... I hope I don't ruin this by putting this in, but I want to make like the depiction of like maybe really, really far. Yeah, really far in the distance. There might be some land, but it's so far away that you can't see it. And we have it. So I hope you enjoyed that, folks. I have fun doing these. I see things that I could change, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it just as it is. And check out my other stuff. zoom in, zoom out, slow down, whatever you have to do or want to do when you watch it to help you to, you know, understand what it is that's going on, what's happening, and how it's being painted. Mind you, this is the way I paint. Everybody paints differently. Even though, you know, some things are, even though we do, some of us, you know, do, what I'm trying to say is some of us do wet and wet one way, some of us do wet and wet another way. Each artist is their own art, you know, they do their own thing. So just, you know, wanted to say that. So have a most wonderful rest of your day, folks, and bye for now.